and decks in general. So I just want to take you through what we have been uh, building to improve on the initial version we've released a couple of months ago, and just want to show you all the updates we have. And for anyone new that's looking at it for the first time, um, I'll take you through all the basic features we have built so far. But to start off, I'll just give a small introduction of who we are. We are Strategy Connect. We connect clients with a global network of independent consultants, especially in the MENA region, uh, to solve any of their business challenges and provide team on demand and also experts whenever they need. We've worked with a lot of demand networks. Uh, we have our own private network of consultants who work with us regularly, and we also have worked with government institutions, public sector, private sector companies, and a lot of private equity firms as well. So how we started off with Marvin is we, for our own projects at Strategy Connect, we struggled creating scopes for our projects because we had wafer thin uh, requirements from our clients that we wanted to scope out, and we tried to take help of AI uh, to scope out these projects and try to find the right match in our talent network. That's when we created a scoping tool uh, that laid out a detailed scope uh, that we could verify with our client and um, start the talent search. Uh, that gave us the confidence in building an AI tool which can also help us uh, further in the project during the delivery. Uh, so we started building out Marvin that can help anyone with strategy in general, and especially with deck making, which is where we saw a lot of interest from the consultants uh, primarily. So I'll just take you through the small demo. By the way, if you have any questions during the demo, please feel free to add in the chat. I'll try to respond. So this is the basic homepage you get. Uh, you can write any prompt you want. You have some ready to use suggestions that you can use. You also have a few templates that you can use right away. If you have uh, something in mind, like a pitch deck, like benchmarking template that you want to use right away. Otherwise, you can add your own template as well from your own work, past work, that you can manipulate with the help of Marvin. But right now, I'm gonna try asking Marvin to create on its own rather than providing it a template. Um, so let's say looking at my own problems, I'll probably try to create a GTM strategy for Marvin. That's all I have in my mind, but it's not enough to create a deck. So I can always ask Marvin to improve my prompt, and it tries to think through all the possibilities and possible directions that we can go. Um, yeah, so I can go direction of detailed GTM, target audience analysis, or comparative positioning. I'll just go with detailed GTM, 1,000 paying users in the first 6 months.
That will
That
be a
makes sense.
fantastic thing to get. Great prompt.
Yeah. So I'll just go ahead. I can always add any documents that add to the context or any links that you want Marvin to crawl. So who are the primary buyer personas? Probably independent consultants, boutique consulting firms, maybe. No idea.
Yeah, no idea.
Select the marketing channels that have been tested. I can choose all. I can always skip the questions that I have no answer to. Let's say $5,000. List any existing user analytics. I don't have it yet, so just go
Yeah.
ahead. It'll always ask you specific questions or specific documents that you can upload to add to the context. Here, I'll just skip this process. And Marvin shows you how it's thinking in the background and what it's trying to analyze, what it's trying to do going forward. So it's considering KPIs. Goal is to acquire 1,000 paying users. So it's also looking at CAC and CLTV, etc. Now, this is where it tries to give you a list of strategic directions that you want Marvin to go to. Um, Obviously, this is probably not relevant to all kinds of strategic problems, but right now, this is a necessary step to go forward. Um, so it can look into persona-centric segmentation focus, value-based pricing exploration. We don't want to get into pricing, so channel efficiency. So I want this freemium and conversion focused file. This looks good too. So that's good enough. I'll try to generate an outline. So in this step, it tries to outline the table of contents and gives you a list of slides that it's gonna list of topics that it's gonna focus on, where you can edit the details and it tries to incorporate those details in the actual slide. Um, it also, if you want to add a new topic, you can always pick one from suggestions or add your own. If you add your own, you can also, the AI will automatically uh, build a description for whatever topic you add. Right now, I'm just gonna move forward in generating the document. One thing I forgot is you can pick any language. I mean, right now we have few European languages and a few Arabic dialects. Uh, I'm not completely sure on what on the accuracy of Saudi Arabic, but I've heard it's pretty good. So I'll just go forward. So here, Marvin is trying to, on each topic, Marvin tries to look for citations, citations that come with some authority. We have some guardrails in how Marvin looks for citations uh, compared to a Perplexity or ChatGPT, where it just scrolls through the web and finds uh, anything that matches with your keywords. Um, but we try to uh, sanitize that a bit uh, in finding the right citations for that can be actually used in your decks. So it starts building out the deck slide by slide. On each slide, you utilize it just like a PPT. You can drag and drop. Uh, It gives citations in the slide as well as uh, externally like this if you want to look at the whole list of citations. It also, the key feedback we got earlier was uh, users didn't just want citations, they wanted to know what exact data that we're pulling from a citation that is actually relevant to the content that is being generated here. Um, so if you see particular citation, we also have the exact data that we're pulling from the citation that is used to create the statement. So this is another slide. So we're actively building a library of diagrams and visual frameworks and slide layouts uh, so that this becomes more powerful. Even if you don't have your own template or don't have an existing body of work that you can dump into this tool, you can still make use of all the frameworks and libraries that we have, that Marvin has access to. Um, so here it's trying to give me a pricing model for HR SaaS for some reason. Uh, so if I look at premium funnel architecture and conversion pathways, so there is some hallucination here, definitely, because this topic doesn't make sense. So I'll just go back to the outline. So I didn't give context of what Marvin is. I think I made a mistake there. Uh, so I'll just add this information of AI for consulting and strategy decks. Let's see what it comes up with. So I can always regenerate. I can duplicate, I can change the themes if I want to. Um, I can share the project with anyone. So this project, it create a public link that can be used by anyone, uh, which which will have view only access. I can always export it to a PowerPoint. I'll just go to an existing deck that we did.
Quick question, like Teja,
Yeah.
from my side.
Yeah.
In terms of best editing and going back and forth, is it advisable to go at the prompt level or at the outline level or stay at the deck level?
You can do it both ways. So if you have something specific that you want to edit on the deck, like you want to change the statement, um, like you can do it on the deck, right? You don't have to go back to the outline to change the context. Um, if you want to uh, change certain numbers or a strategic direction of a particular
Mm.
slide or a topic or the whole deck, then you might want to go back to the outline or hypothesis to change it. Otherwise, in general, you can always ask Marvin right here, similar to uh, other AI canvas tools uh, where you can talk to the agent and make a particular request, make a specific request uh, to make changes on the slide.
Got it.
So this is an existing template that you can use. Um, this is for Marvin revolutionizing pitch deck creation through AI. Uh, it generates all of these shapes, numbers, everything, and also it tries to generate images. You can always replace them with anything else. So all of this is generated. Uh, so we avoided AI generated images. So what you see here is an earlier version. Right now we've incorporated only stock images so that it doesn't give you that AI feel. Um, Harinder, if you want to take through your own demo, or if you want to show any prompts that you'd like to see.
Like, Teja, can you please repeat the question?
If you want to show uh, a prompt that is uh, that you'd
Yeah.
like to see, maybe you can share your screen and demo it as well.
Yeah, absolutely would love that. I think what Teja was showing is a new version. It's still under the production, but the
Yeah,
idea over there was to show that how we have explicitly focused on two things. First, on the citations, which is the references part. I think that's one of the biggest pain point as consultants, where this number is coming from or where this analysis is coming from. So we have really taken that point and quite deep with it. And second is around templates, right? I have my own template. I have my like killer slides. I have a good framework, and I want that to be used. So right now, what we are doing is Marvin will ingest any template, any framework that you have, and kind of use that to create the content. So these two are very harder features that we have taken, like a deeper look at. It's still getting developed, but we just wanted to kind of show where we are, and if in case anyone has any questions,
so,
I
so
will I can share my
Shubham has a
screen as well.
question.
Shubham has a question, please.
How do we double click on a slide to generate more slides? So you can always select text on a slide and it will give you some AI options. Uh, like you can format the content any way you want, but also you can create a slide from from a selected piece of text. It's often that you don't always like everything that AI creates for you. You just want to elaborate on a particular point.
لا بس سجلوها.
Can we see it now?
Yeah.
Uh,
Can you see my screen?
yeah.
All right, great. So I think this is the version which is currently live now, where you can go on the website consultmarvin.com and sign in through your email. So the idea that we wanted to also do was to show, for example, there are various topics that are circling around, say, for example, impact of US tariffs on oil prices. I don't know. It is a very esoteric topic and everyone has a view. But even with such a topic, Marvin can help you create a storyline of how such a macro indicator can impact like businesses. So maybe I can take that as an example. It is very, very macro, like question mark, or we can even think of doing a very specific understanding of, say, how to think about entering Germany as a new market for a logistics tech SaaS company. So even we can consider that. Maybe that would be a bit more specific and we can kind of explore that. So look, I'm a logistics SaaS venture and want to enter Germany market, create a detailed operational blueprint as an example to help launch and scale. So you can see that, very quickly Marvin starts to analyzing how good the prompt is. It tries to also put down some tips how you can improve. For example, it's saying that you can add some unique value proposition of your product. You can highlight if you want to focus on like regulatory compliance, so on and so forth. And it also overall gives a ready prompt that you can use. So for example, if you look at the first one, which is customer focus, it says, you can create a detailed operation blueprint tailored to the unique needs, including onboarding process, key integration requirements, so on and so forth. And on the go-to market, it kind of touches regulatory compliance steps, partnership opportunities. So maybe we can choose this one. Um, you can always attach more documents. You can always add more links. As part of it, we are also building something called Marvin Vault, in which you can always house your own documents, confidential ones, which is only accessible to you and protected in a private cloud. As next steps, it takes that problem statement and it starts thinking through what additional information Marvin needs to anchor the solution a lot more specifically. I think we might not have covered it in the past, but more specific these particular answers are, better quality the final output gets. So maybe we can, kind of quickly go through them. Discuss SaaS solution. My product gives customer delivery transparency, customer delivery transparency, delivery, yeah, transparency, and tells where the driver is during last mile delivery. So maybe let's take that as a product as an example. Core features include live tracking, um, SMS notification, and enterprise integration to sync up CRM data so that the moment driver leaves for the delivery, then you, for example, as an e-commerce company who could be a buyer of this SaaS solution, can tell the customer that now you can track your order end to end. Then what is your target customer segment in Germany? So we would like to target e-commerce ventures, uh, D2C, D2C brands, omni-channel businesses to use our product. Do you have a preferred or existing technology partners, logistics network, or integration requirements? We can say we work with SAP as a global partner and DHL uh, to uh, further provide customer data transparency. Select the primary market entry strategies. You wish to consider whether you want to deploy a direct sales team on the ground or you want to have channel partners or local JVs or online marketing sales only. I think from experiences, we know that a SaaS enterprise product never sells through online efforts. Local JV might be not an option that I prefer. So I will say, okay, I will put direct sales team and I will kind of, onboard channel partners. Are there any specific regulatory concerns or compliance? Yes, GDPR is something which is very, very sensitive. So I need to be careful of that. And yes, data localization as well. So, since we have taken some time to fill up, those foundational questions, Marvin also gives you an opportunity if there is any files that it can read through. For the purpose of this, we will skip it. But again, more information you feed in, a better quality is the final output, because then it will be able to abstract this information out, understand what you already have, and build on top of it. So this is a very, very critical part of the entire workflow. Essentially, what we have done is, um, after anchoring those data points, Marvin thinks with you. Say, for example, if you write that problem statement on ChatGPT or Perplexity or Manus, it will still give broader way of like reasoning compared to what we have. For example, the core offering, it talks about what we have added in the beginning. It talks about the kind of like customers it wants to target, the partnership, and so on and so forth. So its thinking is also quite refined. Even the challenges has been a lot more focused based on the information that you have provided. That's how a consultant will think. It will ask clarifying questions and will have a better way to communicate with the client. So that's what Marvin is trying to do with this. So you would observe, if you input a prompt in Marvin and give no inputs, typically your like reasoning will be very short, maybe 50 to 80 words or whatever, because it doesn't have that information. But more information you give, like better the analysis is. So once that is done, the reasoning part, we have also heard a lot of feedback that it helps the junior consultants to develop their understanding, and it just levels the playing field for all the colleagues, for all the consultants who are, working on a project or on a proposal for that matter. Now, this step again is extremely critical. I think people who have been in consulting firm, hypothesis-driven approach is an approach that is gold standard when it comes to solving a problem. So Marvin takes takes that approach, takes that problem-solving framework, and kind of lays out 5 options that how it will create the operation blueprint of this market entry. So it could be, okay, I will focus more on compliance centricity, or I can focus more on partnership driven market entry, or I can focus more on the customer experience part. So it's more about how do you want to think and how do you want to plan it out. For the purpose of the demo, maybe compliance is not interesting for me. I would rather want to focus on partnership, and I would want to focus on the customer experience. Maybe integrated sales and channel activation playbook as well. I would like to include some of it. Then comes almost the pre-final step. Now, this is what we call dot and dash. I think 80% of our focus while building Marvin was to help someone get anchored and create a very, very credible storyline of a strategic solution that they're trying to put forth. And again, for us, the experience of the user is paramount. And if you kind of take these inputs and you kind of start interacting with ChatGPT or Perplexity, there will be a lot of cognitive load uh, on a user to get to the quality and the refinement of the story, what you see over here on Marvin. So coming back, I think like Teja mentioned, there are these languages that we have integrated. So the story starts that, what is my market opportunity in Germany? What value proposition I need to have in the market when I enter it? These are my partnership network that I can leverage, how I will navigate through the regulatory compliances, how I will dual track GTM. I think it has identified some solution positioning in the market. How will I do my integrations in this new market, given the compliance and the e-commerce companies that I will be working with, even that like DHL API connectivity. So it is trying to go deeper and deeper because it has identified that there are these nuances that one has to take care of. What's my customer acquisition framework? How do I like leverage SAP and DHL integrations? What's my infrastructure and the localization requirement? Some financial projections, very interesting. I was not expecting that. Um, it kind of, I think it does some break even like projections also. Let's see what it creates in the end. Risk management, performance. In the end, you can always add more pages. If, for example, you think that the story is not streamlined, or for example, I think that I'm missing competition over here. So maybe I can ask Marvin, competitive landscape in Germany in SaaS logistics space. And what happens is it takes this title and it kinds of details out what it can add in the competitive landscape. So this then gets added to your storyline. This gets added to your document. So over here, it will say, okay, I will map out the major players. I will do the analysis, some strength and SWOT analysis. And also I will have a section where the solution features and GTM motions can be compared. Let's see what it creates in the end. So having the outline set, that's our final step where, and you can imagine in a course of, although we are for the purpose of the call, we are taking our own sweet time, but in matter of 10 minutes from that broad problem statement, you are able to get to a storyline which is super specific. And again, more data you give to Marvin, more files you feed it, deeper the answer gets. So here's the first preview. I think Teja did mention that we do have three things going on over here right now. There's definitely a page which is editable. There is a section where it shows the sources. Now, in this version of the Marvin, these numbers are not attached to citations, and in the new version, that's changing. So if you see that e-commerce logistics market is 14.2 billion euros, you will be able to see where is this number coming from. So that's the change we are doing. And on each of the pages, it also tells what's the logic, what's the rationality of building this page. And I think this is a fantastic talent developer, someone who is trying to start or who is early in this function as strategy. They get to learn, they get to structure their thoughts, and it helps in that ways. And final thing on each page is around Ask Marvin, which is more of a conversational capability for you to keep challenging the slide and keep changing the slide. Now, this is something which truly like differentiates Marvin from Perplexity and even ChatGPT Pro, because what happens over there is when you are kind of building your context and trying to get back to the answers that these tools are giving you, you have to copy paste that again, and you have to always say, okay, bring back that context, keep developing on that context, and because it has a tendency to lose that. With something, we solve it by always keeping this context fresh. Let's see what we have over here. So the idea is, first of all, it has done some market landscaping. It says that market size is strong. There is all these omni-channel D2C players are growing rapidly. So good market, the customer needs are also there. So, 80% of them, 78% of them want real-time tracking. So there's a very good context of the solution that we are going into the German market. SAP, this partnership landscape it has built, and some kind of market like readiness framework it has built. So there is definitely, kind of data-driven opportunity for the solution. Then it says, what's my value proposition as I enter into the market? I have SAP and DHL partnerships. I can do, like these are my features. I do have enterprise CRM capabilities. Yes, my weakness, I'm a new entrant. I have limited local experience. My opportunities are based on the kind of brands I'm after. And since I'm API first, that's a potential I have, and some threats on the competition. Um, Now, the partnership ecosystem drives the value because I'm able to do tech integration. I'm able to excel in my service because because of my solution, I can do a super accurate like delivery, and these are the numbers that you can always play around with. And if you are able to upload a product deck of this company, then it picks up the data more accurately. Then market access and innovation pipeline. I don't want to consume a lot of time, just run through it. Then around GDPR compliance framework, it kind of puts down what is the structure that you need to follow, what is the infrastructure you need to have. When it comes to German-based data centers, there needs to be encrypted API gateways, some governance framework. Um, so this is interesting, right? Like real-time monitoring tools, detect and flag cross-border data transfer violations within 30 seconds. So this is very, very important. For example, Mark, that Marvin would have got from some of the sources over here. Data protection. These are from the DHL, website. So they are all very, very like, credible sources. It also reads through the GDPR handout book. So that's also very like credible information that it's securing from. Then some info, some view on how do I want to kind of go from my sales funnel. As as we said, we will do direct sales. So it's saying that create a market awareness, reach 500,000 prospects. You generate it into qualified lead, which it believes is a 10% is a funnel conversion, so on and so forth. Around the technical integration, it lays out some of the components. For example, as detailed as, microservices framework, support parallel processing. So hence, this is something that you can offer to your customers. Some customer acquisition strategy that one can follow, some operational infrastructure and scaling plan. Okay, I think these are more, which are the players, which industry that they are playing in the logistics app, SaaS ventures, the investment they have raised, the region, especially it goes into, whether it's, I don't know what DACH like region is, maybe it's like Germany and some places around, the employees they have in year-end growth. So definitely the idea is that the startup space is booming for this solution in Germany. Some financial projection it has done quarter on quarter. Investment requirement, it says there is an investment requirement of 4.5 million euros. Team needs to expand, partnership and DHL partnership could enable, it has estimated around 3.2 million euros in sales. Some risk management framework and some KPI framework that it has built around, and it has identified that if you're selling to a customer, I will talk about my partner revenue, the delivery success, integration speed, and customer satisfaction. So these are the 4 KPIs you can take to a potential customer, and some idea around that. There is enterprise integrated solution dominates the market of Germany. So yeah, that's that. I think the whole point being that Marvin helps you to put down some structure, data-driven structure for that matter, to your problem statement. I'll just take a pause in case anyone has any questions on this. I think one point that I wanted to kind of highlight again is around how the final solution looks, and uh, that's where like template like innovation that we are doing will come handy and will really really help in kind of giving you the flexibility to create the page up to your expectations.
I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
So, does this also allow people to collaborate on this running document real time?
So as of now, you can share this document as a read only, but the next version is where we will allow collaboration, where 2 or 3 colleagues can work on the same pages as they will do in Google Slides. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Um, this is Ravi here.
Hi, Ravi.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for walking us through the basically presentation kind of template on various themes which would be uh, worked on with the help of Marvin. While we prepare some slides on certain topics, themes, so uh, how to basically bring them out, like something on a particular, say, cost benefit analysis or
Mm.
on a particular framework. So we need to search that, or it's like all such templates are will already be there, and we have to go through it and find it out.
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. Like Teja, you have a view on this?
Yeah, so there are a set of templates that we are providing, and we keep adding to that library that you can pick right from the beginning along with your prompt. Or if you have a basic prompt, Marvin will also try to figure out what you're asking for and try to pick from our templates. Um, so you can choose either way, but we will be providing a library of templates that you can pick from. Uh, but also you can also create your own template library. You can pick something from the web and can always ask Marvin to generate content in the web, content on that template.
And there would be option to customize them as well. Many a times we need to modify the ready-made template, uh,
Yes.
tweak a bit. So that flexibility would be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will have a native PPT editor where you can change your theme, anything that you want to do, just like a PPT.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
I think it's a very good question. Thanks a lot, Ravi. So I think this is, if my screen is still visible, this is a live example. For example, someone added that I want to do this framework. These are the ways I want the boxes to be arranged. These are the ways I want to slice and dice the market view.
Right.
And then this becomes your template, essentially, that you can kind of keep editing. And this is, a very classic consulting template that you see. Since, this particular version is still work in progress, uh, I think we are not embarrassed to show that, yes, it's broken, but we are working on it. But that's how we will ingest the templates and make it super, super flexible for the users.
Thank you for that. Would be quite helpful. Yeah.
Great. Um, in case there are any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Or we are always, approachable on the community. Otherwise, in case you want to try Marvin in your day to day, but just like let us know if you feel stuck. But we have now very like recently opened it up, a week ago or so, so that everyone can have access and can try their hands on. Teja, in case if you have any closing like remarks, over to you.
Yeah, so the new version will be coming out in a week's time, uh, which will give you complete control over the deck you're making and the template library uh, that you want to add by yourself or have access to Marvin's library of templates. Um, I think Pratish has a question. Are there any industries that are currently not covered? There's no specific industries that we're covering right now. It's right now a general purpose strategy tool. But if you have some specific industry in mind, feel free to let us know. And we'll see if we can cater to that particular request. Yeah, hopefully, please try the product hands-on, and it's open to use right now. And in a week's time, will notify to all of you uh, about the update and what's coming in the release. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it from our side, our end.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining.
Thank you so much, guys.
Satish, you had your hand raised.
No,
Thanks for
wrong icon. Sorry. Okay,
Thank you so much.
just quick one before we go. While I'm on,
Please.
I just wanted to check if you have a current presentation, you can upload for. Would it kind of give you sort of feedback or provide an enhancement to what you currently have?
I'm
So
really
that's
glad you asked that question, but yeah, like Teja, go for it.
that's one feature we're trying to add, like letting Marvin critique your work and suggest a plan to improve it, and also let it execute those changes. That's something still where it's under the wraps,
Okay.
but yeah, it is coming.
Yeah. Great. Thanks a lot for the question, Patish.
Yeah.
So everyone will just stay on the call 8 more minutes in case anyone would like to stay on. Otherwise, feel free to drop off as well. Thanks a lot for the time again.
Quick one. To access Marvin, the link, or is it on the invite?
Uh, so you can
Or
go
to the
to
whitelist?
you can go to consultmarvin.com and it's all out in open.
Okay, perfect. I'll
Yeah.
try it. Thanks, guys. Looks good.
Thank you.